In MMA, some fighters get all the attention. Their names go viral, their knockouts are everywhere, and fans talk about them all the time. But what about the fighters who stay quiet, work hard, win fights, and still don't get the same respect? One of those fighters is Magomed Ankalaev. Have you ever wondered why a fighter with such a strong record is still not treated like a superstar? Why does someone so skilled still feel overlooked in a division full of big names? Is popularity more important than skill in MMA today? In this episode of Iron Fist MMA, we will break down his journey, his fighting style, his biggest moments, and the setbacks he faced. Most importantly, we will answer one question: why does Magomed Ankalaev deserve more respect than he gets right now? If you enjoy real MMA breakdowns like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to Iron Fist MMA for more honest fight stories. Who is Magomed Ankalaev? Magomed Ankalaev is a professional mixed martial artist from Dagestan, Russia, a region known for producing elite fighters in combat sports. He competes in the UFC light heavyweight division, one of the toughest weight classes in MMA because of its combination of size, power, and skill. Before joining the UFC, Ankalaev built his reputation through amateur MMA and regional competitions. In those early years, he showed strong wrestling, solid discipline, and a calm technical fighting style. Unlike many fighters who rely on hype or talk outside the cage, he built his career through consistency and steady performances. Inside the octagon, he is known for his control, timing, and ability to stay calm under pressure. He is not a loud fighter or someone who chases attention, but his skills make him one of the most dangerous competitors in his division. Born on June 2, 1992, in Dagestan, Ankalaev grew up in a tough environment where combat sports were a way of life. Like many young athletes in the region, he started wrestling early, where discipline and hard training shaped his mindset. Before MMA, he earned the title of Master of Sport in Combat Sambo, which helped develop his balanced and controlled fighting style. His UFC journey began on March 17, 2018, at UFC Fight Night 127 against Paul Kret. Despite dominating much of the fight, he suffered a last-second submission loss. For many fighters, such a debut could be discouraging, but for Ankalaev, it became a turning point. He used it as motivation to improve and came back stronger, eventually building one of the most consistent runs in the light heavyweight division. A calm fighter in a loud sport, modern MMA is not just about fighting anymore. It is also full of personality, trash talk, and entertainment outside the cage. Many fighters become famous not only for their wins, but also for how they talk and promote themselves. But Magomed Ankalaev is different. He does not rely on drama. He does not create fake rivalries. He does not chase attention or headlines. Instead, he stays focused on training, improving, and performing inside the cage. This is one reason why some fans overlook him. In today's MMA world, loud voices often get more attention than quiet work. But being silent does not mean being weak. In Ankalaev's case, that quiet attitude often hides how skilled, calm, and dangerous he really is when he steps into the octagon. His fighting style, Magomed Ankalaev's fighting style, is built on control, patience, and timing. He is not a reckless fighter. He does not rush into wild exchanges without thinking. Instead, he takes his time, studies his opponent, and waits for the right moment to act. His key strengths include strong striking accuracy, solid defensive skills, a strong wrestling background, and calm decision-making under pressure. One of his most impressive qualities is his ability to stay composed in high-pressure fights. Many fighters lose focus or make mistakes when things get tough. But Ankalaev usually stays the same, calm, focused, and technical from start to finish. That kind of mindset is not common in MMA. It takes discipline, patience, and strong mental control to fight like that at the highest level. The rise of a silent contender, Magomed Ankalaev entered the UFC with a strong reputation, but he still had to prove himself against top-level competition. Over time, he built an impressive unbeaten run that quickly caught the attention of fans and experts. During this stretch, he defeated several experienced and dangerous opponents, showing that he truly belongs among the elite in the light heavyweight division. What made his victories stand out was not just the wins, but the way he achieved them: calm, controlled, and often dominant. He rarely looks lost inside the cage. Even in tough moments, he stays focused, adjusts quickly, and maintains control throughout the fight. The statistics of an elite fighter, Magomed Ankalaev's record speaks for itself. As of 2026, he holds a professional MMA record of around 19 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 1 no contest. After his debut loss, he went on an impressive unbeaten streak, proving his consistency at the highest level. During this run, he defeated strong opponents like Ion Cuelaba, Nikita Krylov, Volkan Ozdemir, and Thiago Santos. One of his biggest fights came on December 10, 2022 at the UFC 282, where he faced former champion Jan Blachowicz for the vacant UFC light heavyweight title. The fight went 5 rounds and ended in a split draw. Statistically, Ankalaev had strong moments in that fight, especially in the later rounds where he used control and grappling effectively. Many analysts and fighters believed he had done enough to win the belt, but the judges saw it differently. As of recent rankings, Ankalaev has consistently stayed in the top 5 of the light heavyweight division, the UFC, showing his position among the elite fighters in the world. His fighting stats also show his balanced skill set. He maintains a solid striking accuracy rate, strong takedown ability, and one of the lowest damage absorption rates among top fighters in his division. This is not just a fighter who wins. This is a fighter who wins smartly. The draw that sparked debate, one of the most talked about moments in Magomed Ankalaev's career, was his UFA light heavyweight title fight against Jan Blachowicz. The bout ended in a split draw, which immediately sparked debate among fans and analysts. Some believed Ankalaev had done enough to win, while others saw it as an extremely close fight that could have gone either way. This fight became a key turning point in his career. Even without winning the belt, many felt he performed at a championship level against a former champion. It clearly proved he belongs among the elite, but the result also delayed his full recognition. Why Ankalaev still feels underrated? There are a few simple reasons why Magomed Ankalaev does not always get the respect many believe he deserves. First, he does not rely on hype. He does not talk a lot or promote himself in a loud way, which means he often stays out of the spotlight. Second, his fighting style is calm and technical. Some fans prefer aggressive, flashy fighters who chase finishes, while Ankalaev is more controlled and patient. Third, his rise in popularity was slow. Even though he is very skilled, he did not become an overnight star like some other fighters. Fourth, the light heavyweight division is very competitive, with many big names, which makes it harder to stand out. But none of these things reduce his skill or ability. Being quiet does not mean being less dangerous or less talented. In many cases, it simply means the fighter lets his performance speak for itself inside the cage. Strength against top fighters, one of the clearest signs of Magomed Ankalaev's quality is how he performs against top-level opponents. He has shown that he can compete with elite fighters in the light heavyweight division and stay strong even in long, tough fights. What really stands out is his ability to avoid big mistakes. In MMA, one small error can change everything or even end a fight. Ankalaev rarely gives his opponents easy chances. That level of control, patience, and awareness is something usually seen in very experienced fighters. It shows he is not just skilled, but also very smart inside the cage. Mental strength in MMA, many people only focus on strength, speed, and power. But mental strength is just as important, and Magomed Ankalaev shows that clearly. He has strong mental discipline inside the cage. He does not panic when things get tough. He stays focused through all rounds of a fight. He can adjust his game plan during the match, and he does not get distracted by pressure or crowd noise. This mental control is one of the biggest reasons he is so consistent in his performances. Even in close or difficult fights, he does not break emotionally. He stays calm, composed, and keeps thinking clearly instead of rushing decisions. That kind of mindset is rare, and it is usually seen in top-level champions who know how to handle pressure at the highest stage of MMA competition. Why is he still not a superstar? In MMA, being great inside the cage is not always enough to become famous. Superstardom often needs highlight knockouts, strong personality, and viral moments. Magomed Ankalaev focuses only on winning and consistency. He is highly respected by experts, but casual fans who follow hype and entertainment often overlook him. The problem with modern MMA fame. Today, MMA is not only about skill, but also entertainment and promotion. Some fighters gain fame through hype, drama, and marketing despite mixed results. Magomed Ankalaev represents the opposite approach. He proves discipline, strategy, consistency, and quiet hard work still matter. The real issue is attention, not his ability or skill. What makes him dangerous? Even though he is not always in the spotlight, Magomed Ankalaev is still a very dangerous opponent for anyone. He is hard to read, makes very few mistakes, stays calm under pressure, and can adjust to different fighting styles. These qualities make him a tough matchup for any fighter in the division. Fighters who depend on chaos and wild exchanges often struggle against someone who is calm, patient, and controlled like him. Respect in the MMA community. Among fighters and analysts, Magomed Ankalaev is often seen as a serious contender. People who understand MMA well respect his skill and ability, but his public popularity is still lower than his actual level. This gap between skill and fame makes his story interesting. He is respected, but not fully celebrated by all fans. What does his career show us? Magomed Ankalaev's journey shows an important lesson in combat sports. Being great inside the cage is not always enough to become famous. Things like timing, personality, promotion, and entertainment also matter a lot. But at the core of MMA, skill is still the most important factor, and Ankalaev clearly has that skill. Final thoughts. Magomed Ankalaev is not the loudest fighter in MMA. He is not the flashiest, and he is not always the most talked about. But is that what really defines greatness? Because when we look closer, we see a fighter who is consistent, technical, calm under pressure, dangerous against top-level opponents, and mentally strong. In a sport full of noise, he represents discipline and control. And maybe that is exactly why he deserves more respect. Do we only value fighters who talk loud and finish fights in flashy ways? Or should we also respect the ones who quietly win and stay consistent for years? Magomed Ankalaev's story makes us think differently about what true greatness in MMA really means. Maybe it's time more fans started paying attention to fighters like him. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe to Iron Fist MMA for more real and honest fight stories.